So, the one meeting close myth. What I mean by this is a lot of social media marketing agency courses and SMMA courses and gurus or whatever, they teach you this thing called like a one meeting close. And what that essentially is like, you close people on the discovery call. That doesn't really work 90% of the time. It just works for that specific guru. Here's why. Those people, it works because they've built so much authority and credibility within the industry that a lot of the clients that they get is through either referrals or like inbound leads, meaning they're super warm. They've already been indoctrinated thoroughly through like a extensive case study funnel. They've been emailing back and forth before they even reach the discovery call, so they're kind of already really warmed up, meaning they're really hot leads. What happens with beginners is, because you don't have like the past results that you can leverage, and even if you do, you just don't have that trust and you don't know like how to sell essentially. So it's very difficult to essentially close someone on like a £3,000 commitment, because if you're signing people on for like 3-month minimums, it's not like a 1 month commitment of £1,000. It's like a £3,000 commitment over the next 3 months plus ad spend, which is going to be, of course, greater than £3,000. So essentially, in a meeting, you have to build enough trust and value in your service and certainty in the prospect to, make them take the jump of, let's say, like a £10,000 investment. And now with a lot of beginners, that's just not possible because you've never had any sales experience. You don't know really what you're talking about. And in the first 10 meetings, you're not even going to have the confidence in your own service to be able to talk about it as like, fluently and as articulate of a manner that is required for you to build that trust. So that's why I say the one meeting close is a complete myth, especially for beginners in the SMMA space. Now, here's the thing though, you shouldn't hate on the course instructors, because if they taught it to you like it actually is, it's going to demotivate the hell out of all of their students, because the realistic process of closing like shark or whale clients, meaning clients above like £3,000 retainer a month, is there's a very extensive process that you have to go through. So for example, these shark or whale clients, by the way, means like e-commerce, because realistically with local businesses, it's going to be very hard to charge a retainer above £2,000, let's say. So yeah, by the way, if you're liking this video, give it a like and a comment. I respond to every single one. By the way, just for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Boyan, and I started teaching SMMA, and I've been in this space for about 5 months now. And I make videos Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. UK time without fail, and I don't sell any coaching or courses at the moment. So all of my videos are basically like paid content. If you just look at any of my comments, you'll realize like I do genuinely give a lot of value, both in the comment section, DMs, and in these videos. And I've made some of the most technical videos out there on SMMA in terms of like outreach and client acquisition. But yeah, stay subscribed and enjoy the rest of this video. So you might be wondering, like, are these gurus lying when they teach the one meeting close? No, they're absolutely not lying. As I said earlier, they warm the lead up and like make it essentially really hot, because they build a load of trust before they even reach that stage. But as I said earlier, it's just kind of not realistic for beginners, because you need to build that credibility over time, and it's going to come as you deliver results. So yeah, just be patient with yourself. Don't do the one meeting close. I'm going to teach you in just a second on how to exactly close shark to whale clients, and it's not with one meeting. So how do you actually close these bigger clients? When I say bigger clients I mean like e-com, basically. With smaller businesses, yes, it's possible to close on the first meeting, but it is rare. But with these e-com clients, how you close them is essentially there's like a whole process, because with these larger corporations, there's going to be way more gatekeepers before you even reach the decision maker. And in any of these stages where you screw up, that means you don't close the deal at all. So with these ecom leads, what happens is you tend to speak to the head of marketing or the marketing director first, or like a marketing manager or something. So that's the first gatekeeper that you have to get past. So the head of marketing normally sometimes has a budget, so sometimes they are the decision maker, but with something like a senior marketing manager, definitely not. Make sure you don't like quote them on a price or whatever, just try to build up enough value and enough trust to essentially get them on the team and then set the next call with the actual decision maker. So normally how it works is like the first few meetings you're going to have like with the head of marketing, and progressively the goal is to close them on a meeting with the actual decision maker. So just like how in your email outreaches, your cold DMs, you're not saying, oh, my service is this and I charge X amount, sign with me now. Like, you're selling them on the meeting. Now with these meetings with the head of marketing, you're selling them on the meeting with the founder or the co-founder or whatever decision makers that you have to speak to. And that's how you ultimately close a deal. And in the call with the actual decision maker, that's when you could actually properly pitch your services. And that's why with the head of marketing calls, I just offer a ton of free value. And then I'm like, at the end, I'm like, hey, so if you think this is a good idea to move forward, who do we need to see to actually get this thing going? So when you say like we, essentially you team up with the head of marketing. It's like you get them on your side, and now they're going to be working with you as opposed to against you to secure you that meeting with the founder or the decision maker. And like if your head of marketing in your company tells you, oh, there's a person that you should meet, they could potentially help our business a ton, as the founder, it's going to build a lot more credibility straight away. And also, it's just going to kind of warm up the lead a bit more. So that's why you should always try to get past the gatekeeper, aka the head of marketing managers, whatever. And that before you like quote them on a price or really try to sell them on the service itself. So yeah, give a ton of value, and that's how ultimately the process that you would take to close large clients. So a real life example that I like to think of when I talk about this is like, imagine proposing to a girl on the first date and asking them for marriage. That's just like, do you see how stupid that sounds? Like, the first meeting close is literally that in a nutshell, especially when you're trying to close big corporations as clients. It's like, like you barely know each other yet. You don't understand the business model that they're in. You don't understand their industry. You don't understand their company culture. How the hell can you come up with some ridiculous price tag and tell them to invest X amount of money? It's just stupid. Like, you cannot close on the first meeting with massive clients. But you should give yourself the best chance to, and how you do that is always set the next meeting on that call. So what I do is I just open up my schedule and I'm like, hey, what's your availability like for next week? How does 3 days and 3 times sound to them? And from there, they could generally just pick one, like, oh, you know what, like I can do Monday 10 a.m. Or if they can't do any of the time slots that you offered initially, what they'll tend to say is like, oh yeah, like we should touch base on, like Tuesday, not a good day, but let's touch base on Thursday. And then what you do is you straight away send them the confirmation link for the meeting, and then you get them to click yes, and that's when you can actually comfortably hang up the call. So yeah, but here are some scenarios where you can do the one meeting close, and it's when it's an inbound lead, or it's extremely warm, or it's like a referral from like a current client of yours, or it's just like you already have a pre-existing relationship with the owner. That's the only situations that a one meeting close is likely to work. Even then, if it's like a bigger client, always set up another call to touch base, and that's when you should close them. Don't do the one meeting close, because that's going to significantly drop your meeting rate. And as I said, like with these bigger corporations, meetings with them is already hard enough to get as is. Sorry, that was a bit of fluff in the air. But yeah, anyways, tomorrow's video is going to be on how to stay motivated for SMMA. So stick around if you want to see that video. It's going to get uploaded 6 p.m. UK time tomorrow. Links will be on my channel. I don't know why I said down below. I was going to say down below, but yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like this video, comment any questions you have, and stay subscribed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.